Hi guys!
Ah, we're here!
Let me just... Oh, we got notification.
Yeah. Got a notification what? That we're live?
That I got tagged by ATM autoresponder.
Yeah.
Check yourself also.
Yeah.
Approve yourself.
I got nothing.
Actually, if you got nothing, that means...
It says, I got the... Oh, add to timeline?
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's do that.
Exactly.
I'm adding to timeline. So basically, we're live, guys. Yeah. This is it. We want you to start commenting and talking to us today on the show. We don't have a name for the show yet, so it'd be great if you guys could help us out with some names. So far, we've had about 3 of them that we think are pretty cool. One of them was, instead of thinking outside the box, think in the box. I was thinking, oh, that's awesome. That one came from Lisa Shapiro. Lisa, love you, baby.
Thank you.
Think in the box. So basically, in the box with Lior and James. So let us know if you guys like that one. Another one, you came up with 2 different ones, and one of them was kind of risque, but it was kind of disgusting. But let me know.
Why?
I don't know. Hey, how come we're not seeing anybody typing in yet? Hey, where are our peeps?
That's exactly what I'm checking right now.
Yeah, so we're live now with Lior, Pardo, James Carner, and this is ATM autoresponder. Oh, okay, so we're live.
Delay,
we just have nobody on right now.
I see like a minute delay.
Oh, we have a minute delay.
Something like that.
Oh, okay. Well, so on with the show. Today, we're going to talk about a name for this little venture that we're doing. It's just a show. It's a weekly show. We want to come on for a half an hour and just talk about topics of email marketing. And 2, today we're going to talk about bounces. Bounces is a big deal in the email marketing community. And if you're not monitoring your bounces, if you don't understand what bounces are, which I'm sure everyone who's watching this understands what a bounce is, but it's
not everyone. Let me tell you, not everyone.
Not everyone.
Start from the basics.
Oh, yeah, trust me. Okay, well, there have been a few people that don't understand the concept of it. When you approach it, let's just talk about the basics of what a bounce is. When a sender sends an email to a recipient, the recipient mail exchange will say, I'm here or I'm not here. And if they're not there, there's some sort of a return path. The return path can be a 550, which has verify 550, and which, by the way, a lot of people are confused by it. It's not really that hard of a company to understand. We verify if your email's a 550 or not. Duh. That's it, okay? We're not verifying, just bounces. That makes no sense. Yeah. So anyway, I wanted to kind of nip that one in the bud. Because people are giving me crap about it at the show. Well, what does it mean to verify a 550? We're verifying if it's a 550 or not, right?
Yeah,
got it? I got it. I got it. You got it?
Yeah, 550 basically is the code telling you the email bounce.
Jeez,
Yeah, hard bounce.
Yeah, it's a hard bounce.
So to bounces, you have 2 main categories and a lot of subcategories inside. You have a hard bounce, which means basically the email does not exist or you cannot mail to that email. And we do not want to retry and mail that kind of issue, like hard bounce. And you have the soft bounces that can come from email content, can come from you sending too many emails to the same recipient MX, and you actually violating the terms, and they just block your content.
Sure.
Or if you get spam trapped, also same exact thing.
Well, bounces can turn into a spam trap. And we'll get into that later. Let's first just discuss the basic concept of the types of bounces there are. We have basically 2 types. We have a soft bounce and a hard bounce. Lior,
we hate them
tell
both,
me, Lior, tell me tell me your definition of a soft bounce, and I'll tell you my definition of a soft bounce.
Okay. In my definition, a bounce is a bounce, and I don't care. And let me explain why. Okay?
Oh, my goodness gracious.
Yeah. No.
Whatever.
My system only actually block hard bounces.
Okay.
With soft bounces, we have a different way to handle them.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm saying I don't care about it, because
Okay.
the system can handle them automatically.
Okay.
But let's say if you're not using my system, I would say that soft bounces, especially the type that, like the content type, you must fix your copy. That's the only way you can actually get delivered again to this email addresses. And it's better to start from the beginning with good content and not just use like copy paste, especially not from affiliate owners that give you copies or something like that. That's basically the worst, because exactly like you have like thousands of people that do the same thing, and most of them are spammers, or they're doing it not in the right way. So the copy of the email, the HTML, the text, or the signature of the campaign, or the link. I'm not even talking about links now. But if the copy was already detected as spam, it will be super hard for you to actually even inbox with that copy. So that's important to know. Okay, that's my definition of you know. And hard bounce is blacklisted. I don't care about it. I'm not even trying to mail him again. I don't care.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, that just like sinks my heart because of all the effort and work that we put into removing bounces and the types of bounces that there are, and you don't care. You just want to just blindly send information out.
No.
That breaks my heart.
No, I said I don't care because my system handled that automatically.
It's like it's all automatic, bro. So who cares? You know?
That's the way you do it.
I care. As from a hygiene standpoint, it is absolutely crucial to understand what type of
I'm using
email
your system first, so that's why I don't care.
Well, true, because you get scrubbed through me. But I love you, buddy. But you know, I really think you got to take this bounce thing a little bit more seriously.
I did already, and it's all with rules inside my system. I don't need to care about it, because if we get 550. The email will blacklist it automatically.
Totally.
Will update the main database automatically.
Totally.
If it soft bounces, it will let it wait for 72 hours and then mail again.
I understand.
We have ways, but that's why I don't care, because I already cared about it before and made it automated.
Okay, so let's go back to what they are. You've got a soft bounce and a hard bounce. With the soft bounce, it could be a number of things. Yeah, one, if the email sends, the deliverer sends an email to the recipient, and the recipient is on vacation, okay? A vacation email. It's basically just a quick autoresponder saying, look, I'm not around. I'm in Kauai right now, having the time of my life. I'm not interested in blah, blah, blah. So that would be considered a soft bounce. A lot of email marketers will not see that these soft bounces are coming in, and they could just blindly assume it's a hard bounce because it returns some sort of a response. So the most important thing to do in this situation is to understand every single email and what it is and how it goes through. Now, if you hygiene it all and you pull your deliverability file out and you just mail to it, you should be fine, because we separate all that stuff for you and we name it. We tell you why it's a soft bounce, whether it's a vacation or not. But when you're email marketing and you're setting up your own system, let's just say, for example, you have your own Power MTA, you have some front-end system that you use.
ATM autoresponder, for example,
ATM
if you are smart.
Okay. And so you put this together and you want to email and you want to get information through. Well, a lot of these huge email service providers, they're going to monitor soft bounces, they're going to monitor hard bounces, and they're going to know exactly what you're uploading into their database. So it's important and crucial to know that you know in your list what every single email is labeled as.
Yeah.
So when you
Hey, Dalton.
What's up, Dalton?
Yeah.
A free bird. Love you, buddy. Time to learn and get some gold nugs from you two. Amen, brother.
Yeah, amen. Amen for that. So what I'm saying basically is,
I haven't explained all the soft bounces. Okay, a soft bounce can also be a network interruption. For example, it's trying to get an SMTP handshake, right? And something happens on the other end. The recipient says, dude, power outage or whatever, and it can send it back saying, can you give me a second? I can't verify if the email's real or not, but there could be something going on.
Yeah, it's a maybe.
Exactly. And sometimes a soft bounce can be set up as a catch-all, where the person sets up an information but sends a response saying, hey, I received your email, but this email is going over to here, it's being forwarded or whatever. So there's all different types of soft bounces.
Yeah.
Soft bounces are not.
Mailbox full, for example, also. Mailbox full.
Yeah, the mailbox is full. There you go.
I consider that, by the way, a hard bounce. Because if someone got into a level that his email inbox is so full that he don't even check the emails, I don't want to send him.
Yeah.
Waste of time.
If the mailbox is full.
I consider that a hard bounce, by the way. My system, the code for mailbox full is considered by my system to blacklist that email.
I would say probably 15 years ago when someone's mailbox got full, they immediately jumped on it. Nowadays, when the mailbox is full, because back then there wasn't as much memory and storage capabilities as you have now. I think nowadays, if someone's mailbox is full, most definitely it's a bounce since the person doesn't check that email anymore, which again can turn into a trap.
Easy. That's the main idea why I blacklisted automatically, and I don't want to hear about them really.
What other types of soft bounces are there?
Copy types. Copy because of content. Content of the
content. So you get a return pass saying that your content was blocked, not saying that the email was bad. They're just not going to give you any information on there saying because your content could be spammy if you didn't check it through.
Which means basically
systems like what, Spam Checker and Spam Assassin and those.
You have a lot of them, but still, the only real way to test it is to actually mail it. Yeah, because a lot of the campaigns have like a signature, like a hash type of thing that combines all of the values, maybe even the font, the size, the content, of course. And if you will send, if this content before was tracked as spam, and you only send this for the first time from a fresh server, a new domain, everything is cool, you will still be marked as spam or will be soft bounced, for example, because Gmail will tell you, no, sorry, we will not accept this kind of content.
Yeah, because it could have some words in it like sign up today for free, some phrase.
You know what? Even if you don't use any spammy words, but you use a copy that was used before, that's the same thing. Through
affiliates. Affiliates who are sharing their copy to hundreds of email marketers.
Or people hijack from websites.
Yeah, okay.
They copy the campaigns from GetResponse and Aweber, like logs.
Yep.
Take from there. And insane, I think.
So soft bounces are absolutely important to understand in your list if you're email marketing by yourself. If you're doing your own hygiene and you're doing your own emailing, keeping track of your soft bounces is crucial because just because an email is a soft bounce today doesn't mean another advertisement that you have tomorrow doesn't work.
Yeah.
So.
One thing important. I want 1 second. One thing really important. If you're going to use an HTML template, okay, never ever copy paste another template. Do something like it, or especially if you're doing from affiliate, you need to make sure that all the images and links are not sending to the network. Okay?
Because how do you know that creative wasn't sent by someone else and hit spam, tracking software or
it was
get blacklisted,
sure.
etc.?
It was already for sure.
Even if it was only sent to like 100 people.
If you're working with a serious network, it's a lot more than 100 people.
Okay.
And it's really fast. If they just update it, all the massive affiliates just grab them and start blasting the hell out of them.
Before you make any changes to your creative, if you're getting your creative from an affiliate, from basically a person who, a company that got information from another company that wants to advertise a product, their subject lines and their creatives, all that has to be approved before they send it. So you can't just take that information and switch it up just so that it gets through. If any of the content of what the message they're trying to say has been changed, you can get in trouble.
Yeah, but
you can lose your
yes and no. If a network would say, and a lot of them will, like you said, would say only use this copy to mail, I myself, I will not work with them. Just so you know, because I do a lot of spinning and things like that. I cannot be bonded into one copy or something like that. It doesn't make sense.
I think that's also why it's important to have several different email engines going at the same time. You know,
and what's more important is fraud, because networks, if you will grab their HTML, some of them have pixels on that HTML, have redirections on that HTML, or a reply or whatever to make your traffic report to them.
Mm-hmm.
So you need to know what you have under the HTML. You need to keep yourself safe, because just from that they can get a lot of free traffic.
Mm-hmm. Now we're kind of steering off of bounces. Let's regroup back into the bounces. We talked about soft bounces. Now, can soft bounces hurt your deliverability when it comes to ESPs?
Yes.
Okay, why is that?
Why? Let me explain. It can hurt you not on the first time, okay, but if you will try again in a short period of time, it will hurt you, because they understand, they are forgivable. Maybe I can consider it like forgivable, but on the first try, same. It's not exactly the same like hard bounces, but it's really, really similar. If you will have hard bounce once, and your system will blacklist it, will not send it. That's exactly what we are doing with ATM. The receiver will honor it, because they will understand you actually take care of your list.
Yep.
And if someone bounced, someone actually removed them from the list. So you're actually showing a respectable kind of marketing, and not spammy kind.
Yeah, and also if you take a list that has been sitting around for a while, like a month, and you upload that list into MailChimp, and you get a considerable amount of soft bounces, which are people away from vacation, etc. They're going to assume that you haven't mailed to that in a while, and they're going to hurt your deliverability, or they'll put you on lower range of IP addresses that won't harm their shared IP network that you're currently on.
Yeah.
So soft bounces are important to understand, and to understand what each of your email is.
I have a topic about bounces. Let me explain why Aweber, GetResponse, Mailchimp, and all that kind of companies actually can block and suspend your account, not only for complaints, but also for bounces.
Hard or soft?
Both.
Okay.
Depend on the volume.
All right.
Why? Companies like MailChimp, all of them, basically, Aweber, it doesn't matter the name of the company, 99.9% of them work in the same way, with an IP pool or few of them, and they just share the IPs between different clients and different type of volume of clients. Okay, and when you actually get hard bounce, you fuck up with the stats. Okay, I can't say that in I'm trying to think about a gentle way to say that, but I don't have. You actually fuck up with the IP range, especially if you get complaints like,
you kill me. What the? Anyway, I can't say that word.
But
I mean, I've said it. I just can't say it live.
You can, and you said it before.
No, not live. No, I said the SH word. I did not say the F word. I said the SH word.
I will check later. So what I'm saying is if your account
I snorted.
get bounces, a lot of bounces, hard bounces or soft bounces. Hard bounces are more important, more risky, of course. But soft bounces the same thing, because even if
Dalton, you're making James blush. I totally am, dude. Can you see it? Like my cheeks are totally just blushed out.
What can I do? What can I do? And I hold myself. Trust me, I hold myself.
All right. There's a reason why I don't like cussing on live Facebook. Okay, so
I was not cursing. It's not a curse.
You said the F word.
So what? Fuck is not a curse word. It's like.
It's like, is it Jewish? Is it Hebrew?
Yeah, you can say it. Yeah.
Okay, so anyway, back to bounces and why if you...
why the companies? Let me explain. Let's say you have you have one IP right now, you send 50,000 email or 5,000, doesn't matter, and you have like 5% bounce rate, hard bounce. Or
you're
3%. Toast. Even 1%.
5%,
okay?
you're toast.
But 5%, trust me, your account will get suspended immediately.
Yep.
Because your 5% actually affect all of the rest of the clients that are on the same IP range. And that's why, for example, a lot of the companies you are working with, you have an amazing open rate for the first day or the second day, and then everything dives down to 0.0000001 open rate.
Well, another thing to consider is if some of these ESPs are a little bit more lenient and they want to, make some more money from you, what they'll do is they will take your IP range and Dalton just cracks me up.
Yeah.
What they'll do is they'll put you on a lower range and maybe slap you down in South America and send your campaign that way. And that lower range has been blacklisted a few times, and so you're not going to get as good deliverability. So the main thing is when you upload your list and it's not clean, you cannot trust that ESP at all, whether they're going to put you on good IPs or bad IPs.
You can't. Even if you know someone there, even there, the system is working automatically most of the time. So you get bad score, you get bad deliverability. You know what? Even if your deliverability is okay and you have 0 bounces, but also 0 engagement, that's also bad.
I'm just
understand?
I'm just thinking of toast.
Toast?
I'm just thinking of toast.
Good, Dalton.
Dude,
now he's hungry.
Dalton screwed me up completely.
Yeah.
I've got these visuals in my head. They're absolutely disgusting. I need to repent and say like 12 Hail Marys.
Yeah.
It's awful. Dalton, you're bad man. I'm just kidding. I love you. Okay. So
how to protect themselves.
All right. We've got 9 minutes left on this show. So really we got to boil down to hard bounces. And then we'll go into protecting yourself, which really isn't that hard. Hard bounces are completely different than a soft bounce. There are at least 10 different categories of a hard bounce that comes back. You have 550s, you have 500s, you have 501s. I think.
They can check Google.
From like 501 up to 550, and all of those different reasons have a certain explanation as to why
they have a
hard
code.
bounce.
A 3-digit code.
And mainly what you should know is this email real or is it not?
Is it active or not also?
Yeah, active or not, real or not, if it's deliverable or not. And most of your hard bounces, I would say 95% of them are not deliverable, period. Whether it's a mailbox that does not exist, whether
if it bounced, doesn't matter, to be honest.
Yeah. And so, we talked about soft bounces. Now we're talking about hard bounces, and these hard bounces, there's 10 different types, and the categories of them are, again, the mailbox doesn't exist, or sometimes you'll get a hard bounce back if you misspell the domain or misspell. That's of course. The other types of hard bounces are
basically if the mail is not okay. Something is wrong with it.
Yeah, some sort of error, network connection, which is pretty rare, actually.
No MX behind the email, no nothing.
MX record is not set up properly. Sometimes you can get a hard bounce, or sometimes with our system, we check if the website actually is a real working website or not. So we look at the index.php or .html, and if it has WordPress or not, and what type. We rate it on a score, and if we say it's a bad MX or not, just versus, because who's going to have a domain out there that doesn't have a working website? If you're going to be representing that domain, it's either you don't have money to build your website or you're just lazy. One or the other, that's fine. But, collectively, I would say 95% of those emails are just, either spam fighters setting up networks, trying to tag you or whatnot. But
leeches.
But
just fake emails.
Yeah. So going back to hard bounces are a lot harder to verify when it comes to Hotmail, AOL, MSN, Gmail, all of those free email service providers, Yahoo especially, to get in there and get a handshake and to get some real information from them.
Yeah, they are snobs.
Very much.
They don't like to shake hands.
They don't. And so they're going to either send a false positive or send nothing. So verification is absolutely key when it comes to cleaning your email.
Especially if you're doing bulk mailing. Especially.
Yeah, well, bulk mailing.
You need that also if you're doing small time mailing. Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Well, what would you consider? Because people say spamming, which spamming is sending to an unsolicited person who didn't ask for that message, versus bulk emailing.
No, that's not spamming.
What?
It's still CAN compliant. If you're
CAN spam client, you have to have your
unsubscribe and address. We have that.
And address.
We have that.
Yeah. So,
if someone
but in
wants
some
to
states,
unsubscribe,
it's different. I think it depends on the region you're in. But my question is, we don't have to debate what spam is. We know what spam is. I'm debating what is bulk email marketing.
Bulk email marketing.
Bulk.
I consider bulk, let's say, above 100,000 per day.
100,000 emails that you send per
day.
Above.
Yeah.
Okay. And anyone who has that kind of a list is either there would be two types. One, it's completely opt-in. They are a company like a big corporation like Kmart, right? Mm-hmm. And if Kmart, Walmart, yeah. Kmart. I think they're going out of business or something like that.
Let's get their list.
Yeah.
That's good ideas.
Cut, rewind. We didn't say that.
You said
you cannot take those companies' list. Again, that's what they used to do back in the olden days. Is they used to harvest their list, steal them. AOL.
They do it until
back
now.
In the early '90s, had a huge break-in. Someone sold 50 million email addresses, and
again, even with something like that, with this amount of list, 50 million. You know how many spam traps you have in there? How many hardbound? It's insane.
Oh, dude.
The more list you have, the more in risk you are. And let me say something even more important. Your active leads are not safe.
Your active list?
Leads. Your openers and clickers.
Your active openers and clickers are not safe.
Yeah, they can also be spam traps.
Absolutely.
Because that's exactly what they are doing.
Well,
the opening and the clicking.
Opening and clicking, yeah, because a lot of people used to think that spam traps didn't open and click, and that's absolutely wrong.
That's exactly what they're even opt-in, not just clicking.
Totally opt-in, yeah. And that's for a whole new show. We'll go into a big topic on spam traps and how they're created and set up.
And how to get protected from them. Mm-hmm. How to try to protect yourself as much as you can.
So when you have a list and you haven't mailed to it in a while, or if you have a list that you've rented, leased, trade, sold, whatever. And again, we don't recommend you do that because you're not going to get good results as you would building a list by yourself and opting it in by yourself.
However, he said it. I think a little bit different because you can do that if you do it smart and in layers.
So once you have this list, wherever you got it, however you got it, you upload it into an ESP and you send to it. The odds are, if it has not been mailed to in a month, what? What? And then a helicopter comes in. So the odds. I lost my train of thought. The odds are that you're going to get a high bounce threshold. You may hit a couple traps. You may get blacklisted. You may have all kinds of things because if you're not constantly sending to your list every day or at least once a week,
minimum, yeah.
Yeah, minimum.
I consider 3 weeks as the time that if your list sit in your computer over 3 weeks, you need to clean it.
Yeah, exactly.
If you cleaned it and you passed 3 weeks since the last time you send it, you need to clean it again.
Yeah, and bear in mind, think about this. Most of those ESPs out there, they're not all buddies and buddies with these spam fighters. They don't like what they're doing just like anybody else likes spam in this world. So you have to understand that any list that's being uploaded into ESPs, they're going to assume that it's spam regardless. And they don't care even if you are a pretty face, et cetera, et cetera. So we got your soft bounces, you got your hard bounces. We talked about those. The last thing we want to take before we close this, which we're closing in 30 seconds, we need a name.
Why we need to close in 30 seconds?
Well, because I want to keep it at 30 minutes.
I don't care. I like it.
Yeah, I know you do.
Fuck.
But YouTube
why do I need to stay in 30 minutes? I don't want. I have a lot more things to say.
It's the producer in me that keeps shows short, simple, and sweet. People are busy, man. They don't have time to sit for any more than a half an hour. Trust me on this one, all right, pal?
Don't do what you say.
Anyway, okay, so last but not least, and thank you for watching, guys. We need a name, whether it's called In the Box with Lior and James, or James and Lior, or
Inbox Busters.
Inbox Busters, or email marketing gurus, or whatever. Help us with the name and give us some feedback.
Wait, I want to show you something.
You want to show me or our audience?
Maybe to them also. Today I got invited, guys. I want to share it with you. I got invited to a board meeting.
A board meeting.
Board meeting.
All right.
There will be only 5 people, and I'm with them.
Mm-hmm.
And let me show you the title they actually sent me. I was really...
The title?
Yeah.
The title they sent you for the board meeting that you're going to have with this corporation.
Yeah. Never mind.
I have no idea where he's going.
Yeah. They actually, I helped them with James. By the way, we actually cleaned their list with his system before, and they are actually a really big real estate company.
Mm-hmm.
Really
real estate
big.
Agent, real estate company,
not agent, the corporation, something like that. Really big, and I actually closed for them. They did an event. And I did the marketing for them for like 72 hours, like a guerrilla marketing.
Mm-hmm.
They told me like, we need your help now.
You help them.
Yeah, we fill up the place. All the seats are taken, guys, and we will also have some standing people.
Awesome.
Yeah. So after they saw this result, they actually told me like, wait, we need you on board, like. In the bowl.
Wow! So they're going to pay you some cash to help.
The better.
Awesome.
So that's exciting because I know for a fact that if we were using my system to email all of them without cleaning the list first with his system, for example, I don't know if I would ever get into a point that actually I get mail into people and they subscribe and register, because we will get blocked so fast you will not even turn in something to profit.
So
that's the main idea.
So what you're saying is,
especially with a new domain and a new IP,
cleaning through Verify 550 and sending through ATM, you were able to help these guys fill their conference that they were trying to fill in a certain region area of a state,
California,
and you got standing room
72 hours.
3 days.
I got
bam.
They asked me.
Their
listen up. You know what? Let me show ya. I love to prove stuff, right? I don't like to just say them. Let me show you. They told me they need only 50 seats.
50 seats.
That's it.
Just 50
to fill up the place.
Okay, we're talking about they have a conference show, like a trade show, and they needed 50 people to come to see this speaker engagement. That's what they needed. So they came to him, and just in just a certain area, just one city, one show, one type of show, one category.
Maybe you can see it.
And this is
we have 102 that are actually interested.
So he got 102 interest.
And I actually checked them one by one to check if they're in the right region and they are actually in real estate.
Okay, how did you do it though? What did you do? They came to you. They said, "We're having this conference show. We need it."
We have that list.
We have so they gave you a list.
Yeah.
You emailed to it, and what else did you do?
With that combination with that, we actually also send them to a Facebook page to like the page, because we want them in long term and we want to keep promoting them over and over again.
Awesome.
And from the Facebook page, after they opened, they clicked, they said they're interested to the campaign, then we actually retarget them with Facebook over and over again until they actually register.
Dalton has a question. What was the cost per lead?
The cost per lead was about roughly 2.38 per seat, not per interested guy, per someone that actually approved and put all his details and confirmed that he actually will be there, and it's a long form, trust me, so they need to fill it up. And the registration is in another company, event something.
$2.38 what? $2.38 or $238?
$2. No, $2.38
Okay.
per lead.
Did you
means per someone that actually sit down, will come there and sit down. We have over there on over 54 approved seats already. Cool. So people actually came back to the website because they got an email and they need to confirm they are going to be there.
Bam. So, you know, hey.
And I didn't do anything special, guys. I just follow the plan. You need to get the server, to set everything up. You need to clean your list. If you will bypass this step, you might as well throw everything out. Because it will not be long term. And that's super important for you to understand. If you don't care about long term, you don't even need to listen to our conversation here, to our show. Yeah. It's not for you. No. Okay? If you want something long term, you need to think and you need to scale stuff. Even if you do email marketing, that doesn't mean you can't like boost your profits using other way to communicate with people, like social marketing, right? It only makes sense because people are everywhere. So why not grab them only in the email? We use Facebook just for the branding. Oh yeah. Not to get them actually to register, because the branding was what really important. Interesting. Well, there's lots of ways to market out there, guys, and you have to continue to experiment just and experiment. To be smart. And you have to clean, and you have to mail. Well, hey, that's about it for our show. Guys, cool. We really appreciate everyone coming on board. Hopefully, you guys can do us a favor and hit the like button down there and share this video with as many people as you can. Don't be fuckers. The last video, I'm really proud to say that we had 1.8 thousand people. So basically, almost 2,000 people watched our video. And how many? And we got 1,800 likes. Yeah, well, yeah, almost like 2,000. Yeah, and, on ATM page you can see. We had what 800 likes, thumbs up, 800. 1,800. 1,800 people saw it. No, 1,800 liked it. Yeah. Wow. So we got 1,800 likes. That's pretty cool for such a small industry that we're in. So he's actually gonna pull that info. Well, I was just tickled. I mean, for us just to jump together and slap on a show without even. Oh, here we go. Wait. That's today. That's today. Yep, that's it. 1.8 thousand likes. Wow. 649 views. Okay. That's good. Let me show you. Bam. Boom. Boom. Yeah. Anyway, thanks for everything, guys. We appreciate you. We love our audience. And again, if you have any comments or questions, just smack them down there on Facebook. What are we going to talk in the next episode? I think that's a really good question. We've talked about. I think we need to talk about role emails. Roles? Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, that'd be good. We need to cover that because that's important. Yeah, roles are basically let's just say it's something really important that you need to be there next time when we go live. Okay. All right, guys. See you guys. Hey, we'll see you next time. Bye.